Heidi, today about how to get inside into things, go beyond surface illusions, and rest in silence. Silence. It all starts with silence. Silence is a precondition for everything else to happen. It's an entrance to go deeper into the mind through the silence. We experience silence when we get away from the surface thoughts, from the chatter of the surface thoughts. That's what real silence is. The more we practice silence and the more time we spend in silence, further away we get from the surface thoughts, deeper into the mind. And the silence becomes a best friend, a place to be. Silence is a place. We need to embrace silence wholeheartedly. Enjoy it. It's welcoming. It's all-pervading. It speaks. When we are away from the chatter of the surface thoughts, the silence speaks. The silence contains all the insights into things and takes us well beyond the surface illusions. Physical matter is an illusion, a surface illusion. It is an experience that is real, but it does not exist outside that experience. And silence is a way from the illusion to what is. You see, all the mental images that are projected on the surface level and experienced as physical matter and physical reality are stored inside the mind, deep inside the mind, in silence, in emptiness. They're all there. All this imagery is there. Everything that can be found on the surface level inside the projection, and much, much more. Because there are many more intermediate levels between the surface level and very deep inside the mind. All these images are translucent. They are still. They form and disform. They appear and disappear momentarily, spontaneously. Outside time and space, there is no movement. Everything is still. But all the images are there. Everything originates there. Everything originates inside the mind. And everything is just the form of the mind, the shape of the mind. No physicality involved. Physical matter is only an experience, an illusion. Experience on the surface level of the mind. By identifying and engaging with the thoughts. You see, silence is a way in. So practice silence, practice getting away from the thoughts. Resting in this silence and emptiness. I call it emptiness because you see, when you go even deeper and deeper, all these images disappear and there is just pure mind. Pure, luminous, pulsating mind, and you are directly inside the mind. You're experiencing mind as is directly. No more images there. But in all these levels in between, when you travel from the surface level with all the illusions and projections, deeper and deeper inside the mind, you encounter all these different images and you understand. You see, silence brings understanding. You understand that everything that is found on the surface level as so-called physical reality originates inside the mind. All these images are already there. So respect silence, understand the importance of silence, practice silence, and embrace it. That is so important, that you do not run away from silence, that you understand the silence is a natural state of mind. And the fluctuation of thoughts and this constant chatter of thoughts is disturbance. The mind is disturbed on the surface level, but natural mind is silent, absolute silence. It is such a bliss. Be inside the silence, silence as a place, silence and emptiness and stillness. No movement. Everything is completely still. I was lucky enough, in a way, to experience silence in probably growing up, because I was exposed to some sort of loud outbursts very often, and I was often the target of this outburst. And I discovered very early that when I go deeper into the mind, and it happened just by chance that I ventured there, but I found this silence. And regardless of whatever was happening on the surface level, I could reside inside that silence. The silence was a place. It was peace, peaceful, still. No disturbance is there, absolutely balanced. So you need to understand this. You need to understand the value of silence and practice silence. Enjoy it, love it.